It's time now for Trivia Tracks with yours truly, Price Robertson. Made possible by Washita Valley Respiratory Care and Beth Smith at Edward Jones. One of America's most loved game shows, Truth or Consequences, was a perennial favorite of radio listeners and TV viewers everywhere. The show is the brainchild of Ralph Edwards, who conceived of the idea of a program based on a favorite childhood game, Forfeits. His vision was to mix the original quiz element of game shows with wacky stunts. The idea came to fruition on March 23, 1940, when the very first Truth or Consequences aired on NBC Radio. On the show, contestants received roughly 2 seconds to answer a trivia question correctly, usually an off-the-wall question that no one would be able to answer correctly, or a bad joke, before Beulah the buzzer sounded. On rare occasions that a contestant did answer correctly, the host would reveal that the question had multiple parts. Failing to complete this truth portion meant that the contestant had to face consequences, typically by performing a zany and embarrassing stunt. Contestants' involvement in these stunts and the audience's reaction led Edwards to state about himself and his producers, "Aren't we devils?" From the start, most contestants preferred to answer the question wrong to perform the stunt. Edwards said, "Most of the American people are darn good sports." Truth or Consequences was the first game show to air on broadcast television, airing as a one-time experiment on the first day of New York station WNBT scheduled on July 1st, 1941. However, the series did not appear on TV again until 1950, when the medium had caught on commercially. Around this time, the town of Hot Springs, New Mexico, renamed itself Truth or Consequences, often abbreviated ST or C, as a result of a radio show contest. The very first primetime TV version of the show was greenlit by CBS for the 1950-51 season, hosted by Ralph Edwards. 3 years later, it returned to NBC with new host Jack Bailey, best known as host of Queen for a Day. This second version ran from 1954 until 1956. However, on December 31st, 1956, NBC launched a daytime version of the show with another new face who would become a game show institution in his own right, Bob Barker. His run became the longest-running incarnation of Truth or Consequences yet, airing until September 24th, 1965. After Barker assumed hosting duties, the show switched from its 35mm film format to videotape. During Barker's run, another primetime version was attempted, this one with actor Steve Dunn emceeing, which ran from 1957 to 1958. Also during the Barker era, a side game, Barker's Box, was played at the end of the show. Barker's Box had 4 drawers. 3 contained money, while a pop-up surprise was in the 4th. The contestant chose 1 drawer at a time and won the money in each. The game ended if the contestant found the surprise, while avoiding it awarded a bonus prize. In 1966, Truth or Consequences was relaunched again, this time via first-run syndication with Bob Barker resuming hosting duties. This version continued until 1975. In 1977, a syndicated revival titled The New Truth or Consequences premiered, with Bob Hilton taking over as host. However, this incarnation tanked in the ratings and was canceled after 1 season. In 1987, the show resurfaced for yet another syndicated run, this time with comedian Larry Anderson as host, assisted by Murray Langston, better known as the Unknown Comic on The Gong Show. It too lasted a single season. A previously unseen unsold pilot pitch to Fox, produced around 2003 or 2004, was uploaded by Wink Martindale on his YouTube page in April of 2021. The pilot was hosted by sports journalist Chris Rose. Till next time, I'm Price Robertson. Amazed by today's trivia? Then join me every Monday through Friday morning for Trivia Tracks on Fox Sports Camden 97.1.